As soon as a woman calls herself independent, that's a red flag to me. We don't like independent women. We do like self-sufficient women, but there's a major difference between the two. We don't mind self-sufficiency. A woman that has her own career, her own place, cars, money, businesses, we don't mind that. But the minute you start to idolize your independence is where we see red flags, because there's a certain spirit that comes along with that. It's the I don't need anybody paradigm. Let's flip it. How would women feel if they met a man and every time he spoke, he sounded like, I pay my own bills and they're all in my name. I live on my own. I don't need nobody. She'd probably say like, bro, you're an adult. You're supposed to do that. Like, are you good? Like, is there a chip on your shoulder? Like, but even deeper to the point, I'll never make my woman feel like I don't need her. Can you imagine how I would look to a woman who liked me if I walked around shouting how independent I am or how I don't need anybody? Like, imagine how that would make her feel. Nah, I'm waking up every day and reassuring her that I want her, I desire her, and I need her. I'm not a weak man for admitting I need my woman. But I'm worried that some women are so attached to that independent teaching that they're going to independent themselves right into a lonely life. Or worse, form an attachment but still perceive the relationship through an independent field of view.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omaomi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are discussing whether men like independent women or not.
Independent women do submit to men. You just have to actually be a man. These men call women masculine because they don't want to be held accountable for not being man enough for them. I don't care how independent she is. She wants a man who can pray, protect, provide, and lead. The issue is you want her to put her guard down with you, but you haven't earned that yet. When she's been independent for so long, it's gonna take more than the bare minimum for her to let her guard down. Period.
Well, I know a lot of people that are scared of like independent women, and I'm like, why are you guys so scared of independent women? They have their shit straight. You ain't got to worry about much, bro. Like, they got their shit straight. It could be every time you go out, she may be paying for it and then you pay for it. Like, independent women are hot, bro. She made it in this world and she's doing it herself. She doesn't need nobody. She wants somebody that can help her grow together. Like, you guys both need to grow together. And having an independent woman is not a bad thing, but the reason why men are scared is because now the women don't depend on the man. If the bill comes, the woman pulls out her black card and it's paid for. If there's a problem with her house, it's already taken care of. If there's a problem with her car, it's always taken care of. So the men get scared like, oh, she doesn't need me. Bro, she needs you. She wants you. She doesn't need to have you. She can move on and find somebody else that'll make her even better. Women want a man to make sure that they get pushed. It doesn't matter how independent she is and how much money. But if you push a woman, bro, I'm telling you right now, these women these days, bro, as soon as you push them to become greater, they'll never forget it. Independent women, just because they're independent doesn't mean anything. They still have a heart. Independent women have their own cash, so what? But at the end of the day, it's good that you hear that. She doesn't want to stay at home. She doesn't want to be staying at home 24/7 and buying herself all the expensive things. She wants to go out and work in this world and make money for both of you to enjoy your life. Respect that. Don't be scared of independent women. Like, straight up, don't be scared at all. They are amazing people and they will show you the world, just like you would try to show her the world, straight up.
Pretty sure I just unlocked a new ick for me. When a man finds your hyper independence super attractive. Yeah, I can be independent. Yes, I do it all on my own as a single mom. But like, the fact that you find that hot and attractive is like a huge ick for me, because I want to be soft. I want you to come in and be like, yeah, that's great that you can do it all on your own, but hey baby, I'm here and you don't need to do all of it on your own anymore. I want a man to fucking show up so I can be soft, so I can sit in my feminine energy. I want to feel safe and I want to feel taken care of. I want you to take some things off my plate and just take care of it. I also don't want to be your mom. I don't want to take care of you also. And when you think that's so attractive that I can do all of the things all on my own, all I think about is like, great, now you expect me to also cook and clean for you. Now I'm good. Sometimes I really think that I'm just going to be single forever. And you know what? I'm okay with that because I want a partner, not a project.
Most men don't want an independent, strong woman.
That is a fact. I'm almost willing to say all.
Nah, that's it.
I ain't gonna say that.
Go ahead.
Nobody wants that.
Because the
I'm about
word
to throw up
independent
in my
means
cup.
I don't need you. And that's exactly what
No,
we was
it
talking about.
doesn't,
Yes,
cousin.
look it up. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I want an independent, strong woman.
Let me get
I need it.
They don't need, that is a defense mechanism. It is out of habit. It is out of, I have to do this. Independent, strong women do not want to do that. They want to rest. They want
Let's
to be
break
a woman.
down that an independent woman is actually just a functioning human adult.
No, she's
That is the
not.
dumbest I've ever heard.
person.
In the rest, you got your own car and your own apartment. Yes, I'm
not
28.
independent.
I don't need you
You're
to
not
get
independent.
up. Okay, I'm about to blow my top on this. Okay,
The more educated and financially stable a woman is, the least likely she is dateable to most men.
A lot of the times we attach, our experiences to our accolades. And I think in real life, a lot of the issue that some of us have as Black women, and I can speak from a place of experience, isn't the fact that we're successful. It's the fact that sometimes our energy and our attitude with that success be Sorry, but it's the truth. A lot of the times it's, I don't need this, I don't need that, I'm an independent, I get my own. That's cool, baby, get your own. They love that in real life, but they still want to feel like, oh, Daddy, I love you. Daddy, I need you. Daddy, I appreciate you. They still want to feel like that. So I think that sometimes we be so quick to say, they mad because I'm getting money. Mad because I got a degree. They not mad at that. They want that. They want a partner. They mad at the energy that comes with that sometimes.
And I think a lot of the times we need to know the difference between independence and hyper-independence.
Yes.
Independence, you on your own. Hyper-independence is a trauma response.
Bingo.
The more bills a woman pays by herself, the less attractive men become. Because she's now so independent that all she's worried about is taking care of her family and leveling up. To her, a man has no place in her life because he's not bringing anything to the table but headaches and wasted time. Yes, she's in her masculine energy, and that's not gonna change until a real man steps up to the plate and takes some of that weight off her shoulders.
For the ladies, this is one type of man that you need to run from if he comes into your life, right? And it's the type of man who loves that you're an independent woman. Now, of course, respecting and appreciating what you're able to do for yourself, there's no problem with that. But you have to realize there's a little bit of a trick when men love that you're an independent woman. Because what he's essentially loving is the lesser amount of responsibilities that he'll have to take on. A lot of men love independent women because, well, that's less work, that's less responsibility. And the problem is there will come a time where you need to depend on your man. There will come a time where you need a man who is very responsible, very capable. And if you get with the type of man who loves the fact that you're independent so he doesn't have to be dependable, when that time comes, he will disappoint you.
Messing with an independent woman is a very dangerous game to play, and I don't recommend everybody do it because the first impression means a lot more to her than it does to you. And when I say first impression, I'm not talking about the first time y'all meet each other and how y'all bond. I'm talking about the first time she asks you to do something. If you fuck up, I promise you will never have access to that woman again. Independent woman is very hard on herself because most of the time she's not only delivering for herself, she's also showing up for other people. So she gotta hold herself to this very high standard. And as a man, if you come through saying that you can lighten her load and you fuck up the very first time, you can't really blame her for getting rid of you. When a woman is independent, it's very hard for them to give their responsibilities to somebody else because their entire life, if they wanted shit done correctly, they did it themselves. So if they trust you with doing something for them, you need to show up and you need to do it the right way. I'm saying that to say, when you meet a woman and she's better off without you and she then gives you opportunities to show up for her, you need to look at all of those as privileges because I promise you, if you show up for them when they need you to, you'll be around for a very long time, my boy. Show up and do shit the right way the first time. Message.
When you're a woman who's financially independent, this is what happens. Men don't invest in you at all. They don't financially do anything for you because they think she's strong. And when you don't ask for anything as well. There are women out there that are financially independent and they don't ask for anything. But we still feel loved when a man looks after us. Just like a man can cook, but he feels loved when a woman's prepared a hot meal for him. Similarly, women who are financially independent, they feel loved when a man says, "Oh, I've just paid your road tax and I've just fixed your car for you," or "Oh, the rent is done. It's okay. Don't worry about it." There's nothing wrong with a woman wanting financial investment. It's who you're giving that to. What's happening is men are investing in the wrong women. They're investing in that lazy bum entitled woman who's a housewife and then saying, oh, she just wants me for my money. But if you choose a good successful woman who's wholesome and adds value and invest in her, that investment will double.
Girls who are super confident, extremely successful, so pretty, like
these types of women are always single, and I'll tell you exactly why. The most attractive, most successful women have the least amount of qualified options in dating that they want to pursue, and let me tell you why. Women do not want to date down when it comes to looks, money, status, and nobody should date down in terms of those preferences if that's their prerogative. Now think about the kind of men that super successful, high-earning women will be dating. They'll be dating men who are the most attractive men, probably with the most ambition, with the most money, but they'll be dating men that have the most options with women. Guys that have the most options with women take a very long time to mature and they don't want to settle down. If you were a man with millions, you're a man with 20 women chasing you at all times, would you want to be in a relationship? Absolutely not. So now think about it. If you're a woman who's trying to date a guy with this status and this attraction, good luck finding a guy who's going to settle down. And that is why the most successful, high-earning women have a very hard time finding a great guy to settle down with.
A woman that values herself is the most attractive thing for a man, but also the most dangerous thing, because you can't mess with these kind of women that value themselves. When a woman knows her worth, she is the most dangerous human being you are ever going to date, because there's no time for games. So if you're a man, you're either going to make her better and she's going to make you better, or if you're a boy, she's going to leave you and you got to find a way to become a man, because these women don't have time to babysit. When a woman values herself and she sees a man, she's going to take the time to make sure she values him. But when she sees a boy and she has to understand that she has to baby this boy, she will respectfully leave and let you know that you're not ready for a true woman. There's no time for games. She's not looking for you to go and date multiple and sleep with multiple women. She's looking for a man that just wants one person in her life. And obviously it ain't you, because she sees the traits of a boy instead of a man. And that's what makes her amazing, because as soon as she knows she has a man in front of her, she's going to give that man everything, all the attention, everything she's been through. She's going to open up to him. But as soon as she sees a boy, she's going to walk out. She's not playing with no games. She ain't here to babysit. She already had kids. You think she wants to babysit another one? Nah.
Here's the thing about hyper-independent women that people really don't realize. We weren't born this way. We were made this way. The emotional validations we need when we were kids, we're not giving. So our instinct is usually, I'll just figure it out on my own, because self-reliance is the only thing you've ever known in your life. I'm for sure one of those people. An imbalance, give and take throughout your whole life, that is what you become. Maybe your parents were absent, maybe they were addicts, maybe something terrible happened and you lost them. Maybe they were just simply not there. Maybe you moved from home when you were still a kid like I did. Maybe they were too focused on their own problems, financial struggles, a divorce. You just quickly figured out, I'll just figure out this shit on my own. We realized that instead of asking for anything, help, emotional validation, we just gonna find it within ourselves because it's easier. We've grown up to be accustomed to let down by those who are supposed to love us the most. So eventually we just realized we don't need anyone. I'm sure if you're a single woman, single mother let alone, you've learned this. And it's exhausting, but yet we don't need anyone. The hardest things that I've ever had to learn is to let anyone in, to ask help, or let anybody help, to need anybody, because I'm accustomed people are just gonna let you down. This is the same when it comes to romantic partners. We don't need you, we want you, and if you give us an excuse to leave, we're gonna leave. We're not gonna chase you. We are not gonna be waiting around to wait for you to change. We're never gonna ask for your help. We're always gonna be, don't worry about it, I got it. For women like me, you have to push help. You can't ask, you just gotta do it. Don't ask if you need me to take the garbage. Don't ask if you need me to fix your car. Don't ask if you need dinner. Don't ask if you need something when you're sick. Don't ask, because I'm gonna say, I'm fine, I got it. So if you recognize yourself, you're that strong, single, independent woman, a wife, a mother, a friend who always shows up for everybody else, it's okay to ask help. It's okay sometimes to ask help and not always be the helper. But goddamn, why does it feel like it's the hardest thing in the world?
Men ain't intimidated by strong women. No, you You may not be. But quit thinking that you represent all men. You don't date men. You don't understand how a man can feel in a relationship with a woman that's outperforming him. Yes, he is okay with this woman out excelling him when it comes to raising the children because she's a woman, she should be. But what if she's out excelling him when it comes to her career, her direction, her ability to think? You don't think that some insecure men, that will be repelling for him? And you quickly dismiss a woman's experience. It's your attitude because you want her to still be the villain. Some niggas feel small when they're in a relationship with a woman that stands tall. Feel weak when they're in a relationship where a woman is strong. And for y'all to get up here and say, no, it's your attitude. That woman can be the most docile woman, the most mild-mannered, feminine woman. But best believe, if she's assertive, she's a leader in her own right, she brings more bacon to the household, she ain't got to say shit because that man's insecurities, those demons will speak to him.
Now, it seems like some men like independent women, and they like independent women because they know that independent women are going to have everything on point. There is no need to like depend on men for a lot of things. So they know that with such kind of women, everything is being taken care of. So they are more relaxed. They don't have to do too much. And for them, they like that kind of lifestyle in which they don't have to do too much because the woman has got everything on check. Now, those kind of men who say they like independent women because they know that they don't have to do too much, I don't know if that's a good thing or that's a bad thing, because I feel like because they know that the woman has everything in check, they are not going to do so much. They're going to do like the bare minimum, and the woman is not going to notice that they are doing like the bare minimum because she's doing almost everything. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I know some people like independent women because they know that they are going to have less things to worry about, and they are sure that their women can take care of themselves if anything happens to them. I know that some people like that, so that's why they like independent women. But the ones that just feel like being with an independent woman means that I'm not going to do as much as I'm supposed to do. So if it's financial responsibility, they know that they're going to, the woman can take care of everything. So they would not want to do anything. They would just say, you have it, you've got everything in control. There's no need for me to do anything, which I don't think is the ideal thing. Even if she has everything on point, even if she has her own thing, you still should do things because you're the guy. And now some people don't like independent women because it makes them feel a particular kind of way. It makes them feel insecure. They feel like if the woman is successful, she has everything in check, they cannot subdue the woman, they cannot put her down. It's so obvious when you see some men see women earning a lot of money or be successful in their career, they begin to trash talk them and say quite a lot of things. Recently, there was a thread on Twitter, Nigerian Twitter, where a woman who runs fancy restaurant was talking about the fact that based on the statistics of the customers that they see, that most of their customers are women, and they are women that come with their girlfriends and the rest. And some guys were really triggered by that statement that she made, and they called her out on it and said that most of the women that are coming are usually spending their husband's money, their boyfriend's money, or their sugar daddy's money, or they are spending money that they've gotten from prostituting themselves. And people were like, what do you mean? It's just obvious that they feel like any woman that is spending or earning a lot is not getting that money from her own hard work, but getting it from other sources, because they cannot comprehend that a woman can be independent without needing to collect anything from a guy. And that mindset of women not having their own money that they made with their own hands and their own hard work, going to fancy restaurants, has even seeped into the attitude that some of the staff of this fancy restaurant, especially in Nigeria, are towards women when they see that they are in a group together. Because I've seen some videos of some young women talking about the fact that when they went to a fancy restaurant as a group of girls, that they were treated with disdain by some of the waiters and waitresses because they felt like they could not afford to pay for the food at the fancy restaurant, or that even if they can pay, they didn't get that money from their own hard work, that they probably got it from their sugar daddies or something. So the way they attend to them is obvious that there was already a biased feeling, which is wrong from the customer service point of view. But some of these people don't care, because there's this mindset that a young girl earning money is something strange. Even an older woman earning money is something strange. It has to be coming from a guy. It's not coming from our own hard work. It's quite disheartening that some guys feel like women doing well for themselves, independent women, are no-go area because they feel insecure, or they cannot comprehend that women can have resources for themselves. Anyway, I don't know what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you think guys like independent women, or do you think they don't like independent women? I would love to hear your own thoughts about this discourse. So please leave your comments in the comment section so that we can get the discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload video. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.